Today we're going to be talking about intuition and fear, how to tell the difference between the two. Sometimes it can be very difficult to know which one is speaking to you. We're going to talk about recognizing the difference and what to do when you just can't get clear on what decision is the right one to make. How to connect to your intuition so that you know what's best for you. Today we're going to talk about intuition and fear. Sometimes it's really hard to tell the difference between the two of them when you're listening to the voices in your head. There was a really great sticker I saw on somebody's fridge once that said, "Don't believe everything you think." I thought that was brilliant because so much of what we think is actually not true. So our minds can't always be trusted. They think a lot about the past. They focus a lot on our fears, other people's opinions, and a lot of times just comparing ourselves to other people or how we think life is supposed to be. Anytime our mind is in that headspace, we're not going to get accurate information. So how do we recognize when what we are hearing inside of ourselves is our fear or our intuition? I like to sort of point to letting your body tell you the difference. So when the message you are getting is from a place of fear, it's going to cause you to feel like a contraction, like you're contracting into yourself, you're pulling into yourself. Fear will always make you go small. And intuition will have the opposite effect. There's a reason for that saying, the truth will set you free. Because even if it's something you don't like and you don't want to hear, it will still feel like a relief. It will feel like an expansion. So let's say you get an intuition that you would like to move to a new city. That might be a really scary realization to come to, but it will still feel like a relief and it will feel exciting because it's not from a place of fear, but from a place of guidance, inspiration. Sometimes our intuition tells us things that we don't want to hear. My godmother always says, tell the truth and tell it early, especially to yourself. And so sometimes your intuition will say something like, I'm not really happy at this job. I don't want to be here. I want something different. And your mind will overrule your intuition and say, we're good here. We can handle anything. We make great money here. I'm not trying to make friends with anybody here. I'm just doing my job. I'm just getting paid. I'm fine. If we ignore our intuition, it will become louder and louder and louder. And eventually it will become very disruptive to your life because that kind of information does not just go away. It won't be ignored. I personally believe that it's guidance from spirit working through us. However you want to put it, whatever you're comfortable with believing, the truth will set you free. So pay attention to how you're feeling when you're asking yourself a question. Does it make me afraid? Does it make me pull in? Does it make me feel stuck? Or does it make me feel freer? Does it make it easier to breathe? Do I feel hopeful, lighter, even excited? It's a good way to tell the difference. Another really important thing is to be able to recognize when you're just not clear about something. I always say to my friends, when you don't know what to do, wait until you do. It is not time to make a decision. usually it's time to gather more information. If you don't know what to do, you don't have all the information yet. And so it is really important to take a step back when you are not clear. Get out of the panic of feeling like I have to make a decision right now. You probably don't. And so taking a step back and getting calm so that you can get grounded. Knowing the ways that you can do that is really, really important. Everybody has different ways. It might be going for a hike. It might be taking a bath. It might be sitting down with a trusted friend and just spending time together. Maybe it's writing it out. But whatever it is, it's changing the channel for a little while so that you can come back to it with a fresher perspective. That's very important. If you don't know what to do, you gotta wait. Get some more information and some more perspective. One tool that I often use is writing down a question and asking Spirit to answer the question through my hand. I realize that sounds crazy to some of you, but I really do believe that we have the answers within us. So just as an exercise, you got nothing to lose. If you have some questions, light a candle, get super chill, grab a pen and paper, write the question. And before your mind can engage, let your hand just move and see what kind of information comes through for you. Because you might just be incredibly surprised. I have gotten information that I never would have thought of, at least not consciously. And so that's a really, really great technique for starting to learn how to connect to your own intuition and get your answers directly. The way to know if the information you're getting is you or your intuition is when it's from you, it won't be very clear. There'll be a lot of, I don't know, Intuition always speaks with certainty. Always speaks with certainty and clarity. So if you're not getting that, then you're not connected and you're still in fear. And again, that's not the time to move on any of that information. If you're not grounded and you're not clear, wait. So those are my thoughts on intuition and fear, and I would love to know what your thoughts are and what you have found that works for you. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you soon.